Welcome to this short video to show how Lowdham Volunteers uses mapping to display the information to our various partners. So we use ArcGIS as the software, and having written the map we then have it accessible from our website. So this is accessible to the public, and you load up the website. And we are based here in Lowdham, and we are working with partners in the area, including Southall Flood Forum and Thurgerton. Within ArcGIS, you have the normal mapping capabilities, so you can zoom in and zoom out, and you also have a thing called layers. Layers is the really special bit. Layers are like transparencies on those old-fashioned projectors. So on top of this basic map here, you can then place a layer. Here we have a lot of the layers that we can choose from. Certain of the layers are only valid at certain amounts of zooming in and zooming out. So for instance, the properties that we have here, you can't see them when you're zoomed out this far, but as you zoom in, then they will become visible. In order to turn a layer on, you simply click the button there, and these are all the properties that we've chosen to put onto our map. So as you zoom in, you can see you can have the properties in exactly the right places. The next thing we've chosen to put onto our map is the boundaries as per the land registry. So as you zoom in, you can actually see the boundaries as defined by the land registry for each property. Here we go. So this can be quite interesting, especially in terms of riparian ownership. So for instance, the WI here, you can see technically it owns across the other side of the river as well. So that's some quite interesting information you can get from the land registry. Another very interesting thing you can get is this thing called LiDAR, and this shows the elevation of the land. So zooming right out to get some perspective, Lowdham has a few hills around it, and the Cockerbeck, which is the little stream that runs through the middle, comes down the valley here and then comes into the village and then goes down here. So pictorially you can see what the heights of the properties are. As you zoom in, you can actually get to see the actual height of the property. So if we look at this property here, I take the corner, we have the exact latitude and longitude of that property, and when you go into the LiDAR, you can see that this property is 21.11 metres. I think it's above sea level, I think, but it's useful to compare it to other bits of land around. So for instance, the bypass here, that is 21.81, and as you go up the hill here, 31 and up to 39 there. So LiDAR is very useful for that. As you zoom in, the colours change quite a bit, but you can really see the differences in height, and this can help determine where we think water might flow to. Other things that we've got on our map are the walks that Mike and Jackie Hoare have written for us. So basically, they designed the maps and walks, and then they allowed us permission to put them onto here. So when you click on a map, you've got all the information about the actual walk itself, so you could have this on your smartphone and you know where you're going, etc. By putting the LiDAR on as well, you can see how high they are. So this is a nice flat walk here, so this will be at 20.07. And as you go along to here, then you clamber up here to 25, and then as you go on the main bit of the walk, you get as high as 44. So LiDAR will let you show how high the walk is. Within mapping, you have various features such as here, which is the measurement tool. So you can decide how long the walk is going to be, etc. So you could easily measure things, and it'll do areas and things like that as well. Other things we've put on here are the photographers. We have people who go out and take photographs of things, and we can show the places they take photographs of and things. You can say who's taking the photograph, and again you can put in the latitude and longitude of it. So that really is how we use our maps. There's lots and lots more you can do with mapping, and it's an interesting area. It's great at displaying lots of bits of information, and it is really good at recording information that you have. The information that comes in can be in the form of information we input, such as the walks and the properties and the photographs, or information from the Environment Agency in terms of their LiDAR, in terms of their flood warning areas, and in terms of district boundaries for the various districts. If you want any more information, there's lots more on the web, or please free to email us at lowdhamflag@gmail.com. Thanks very much for watching.